back to Those Vegan Chefs. I'm Stefan, and this channel is dedicated to making you a better vegan cook. Today we have a mushroom pie recipe featuring puff pastry. And as you can see, it puffed up. So let's make it. Mushroom pie with leeks, tarragon, and miso, and of course, roasted trumpet mushrooms, roasted button mushrooms, roasted portobello mushrooms, and it all starts with us dicing the portobello mushroom into a large dice. We've talked about this before, but I removed the gills from the portobello mushrooms. We're basically gonna cut just a really nice big dice. I wanna have that bit of texture involved with the portobello. The trumpets I'm just cutting into strips. With our button mushrooms, we're gonna cut them basically into thirds. I really like the big chunks of the mushroom. We're gonna start with our trumpet mushrooms. We're gonna make sure we have the oil even, bottom of the pan. We're just gonna put enough mushroom to cover the bottom without overcrowding the pan. Let me just press down on the mushrooms a little bit, making sure they're getting some color. Looking great. That's it right there. We don't need to go crazy. Like this guy was off to the edge, so we'll just scoot him in the middle. It's looking good, looking good. Bring him to the middle. Basically, once they're all golden brown, we'll place them on our baking sheet and move on to the next mushroom. In go our button mushrooms. Making sure there's enough room. Maybe fit one more right there. We're gonna salt later. We're gonna let them cook. It's time to flip our button mushrooms. This step does take a little extra time, but I really think it's worth it to have all the caramelization happening on the mushroom, the beautiful color. I don't know, it's just one of those things. We've finished roasting all the mushrooms. We're gonna pop them in the oven, set at 425 degrees for roughly 10 minutes. While they're in the oven, I'm just gonna stack them like this so I could take them all at once. We're gonna get started on our leek and cashew mixture. So off to the oven. We're gonna add a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons oil. Our leeks are rinsed and soaked to remove any bits of dirt in between the layers. We've done this before in a previous recipe. It's one of my favorite preparations for leeks. I'm looking to have no color, so we're really gonna sweat these slowly, allowing the leeks to release their liquid. For a nice generous pinch of salt. It's time to add our garlic. Let's get that guy off there. We're gonna add our garlic to the recipe. 1 tablespoon minced garlic. We're gonna sweat the garlic just for like a minute or so. We're gonna add our miso, 1 tablespoon of yellow. We're gonna mix to incorporate. Really don't need to do much with the miso. We're gonna turn up the heat. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of white wine. We're gonna let the white wine reduce by half. The wine is reduced down beautifully. You could see it's pretty much a little over half, which is very okay. We're gonna add our cup of vegetable broth. Then we're gonna add our 1/2 cup of plant milk and 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm gonna turn the pan back on. We're gonna incorporate that flour mixture. We're basically gonna cook until it becomes thick. It's already thickening up. We're getting our bubbles, which is great. And we're gonna reduce the heat to a low simmer. We're gonna cook for 15 minutes, which should be enough time to cook out the flour taste in the leeks. It's nice and thick. The leeks are tender. Now we're gonna add our chopped tarragon, a tablespoon. Chopped parsley, another tablespoon. Get it all in there. I like to add that right at the end. Oh, the tarragon, so strong, it's so aromatic. It's one of my favorite herbs. We're gonna finish off with a couple tablespoons of cashew cream. We're gonna mix that in. And then we're gonna let this cool down before we add our mushrooms. It's time to assemble the mushroom pie. It's best if we could allow the leek mixture to sit overnight and be completely cool. Same thing with the mushrooms. It just helps with the puff pastry staying cold. If we have like warm filling in the pan, it starts to sweat almost and soften the puff pastry. And if you don't have time to let it sit overnight, just pop it in the fridge for 30 minutes or whatever, enough to just take the chill off of everything. I like leaving the trumpet mushrooms to place right on top of the pie. So we're gonna start with adding some creminis. I made extra mushrooms. Incorporate the mushrooms into the leek mixture. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna put the filling into our pan. I love this little cast iron pan. I think it's like an 8-inch round. We're gonna spread it evenly. The last step is we're just gonna place our trumpets right on top. I love that the trumpets, will have to break through them to get to the great filling. There we go. We have our sheet of vegan puff pastry. It's cool, but you could see I'm able to move it around and have it not break. We're gonna dust the top with just a pinch of flour and rub flour on. We're just gonna roll out the puff dough just a little bit. We still want it a little bit thick. Now that we have the thickness that we like, I have a plate that is just a little bit larger than our cast iron pan, and we're basically gonna cut out our circle. Use the tip of the knife to lift the bowl off. We can use our paring knife just to make sure it's all cut nice. Oh, don't even need it, isn't that great? We're gonna flip our puff disc. We're gonna take just a little bit of plant milk and we're gonna brush the edge. Up our disc, bring our pan over, drape the puff dough right on top, and we're going to start to gently pinch the dough and stretch just a little bit, and that touch of plant milk really helps it adhere to the pan. We're going to place this in the refrigerator. And we're back from the oven, 30 minutes, 425 degrees. It puffed up, it's beautiful. It's deep, dark, golden brown, crispy, flaky. Honestly, I can't wait to dig in. Look how beautiful golden brown and flaky and puffy it turned out. I love it. I can't wait to see what's inside. All the melted leeks and roasted mushrooms. I think it's gonna be delicious, and we have a cool way of presenting this. So we're gonna take our scissors, we're gonna gently cut along the puff, and we're gonna make a little wedge, like a piece of pie. And we're gonna cut right there. We're gonna put that down. And then we're gonna take our spoon. We're gonna put the mushroom pie right on top. Oh, that looks so good. We're gonna put just one more little spoonful on there because I'm super excited and I might take a huge bite. All right, let's go. We need the trumpet mushroom for sure. Cut that puff pastry. Gonna put the leek on there and some more mushroom. Oh my gosh, I am so excited right now. Divine. That's it. We could just boop, cut it right there. But I have a couple comments. Tarragon is the magic ingredient in this. The leeks are creamy and rich. The mushrooms, of course, are earthy, creamy and rich. Then we have this tarragon floating around the dish, just bringing brightness to all of the bites. It's creamy, it's luxurious. The puff pastry's flaky and yummy. And you know what? This is my favorite little bit right here. The edge piece, you just break it off. It's like a little chip. I'm gonna eat this and I'll see you next week. Bye.